Hi, I am Kaylin Kochner. I am teaching in the subject area English, specifically 9th grade freshman English. So today's lesson covers the California Reading Standard 1, which is cite strong and thorough evidence to support analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as inferences drawn from the text. So this lesson's objective is that students will be able to locate strong supportive textual evidence in order to support their analysis of the text and be able to justify their chosen textual evidence. Students will also be able to cite the evidence, which is really important. This video will be formatted to address students who may have been absent during the lesson, so they can use this video as a supplement to the lesson so they don't fall too far behind in class. Okay. Hello students. If you missed this lesson in class, we learned how to find strong supportive textual evidence to support our analysis and thesis. So in other words, quotes and examples from the text. In this case, we just finished reading Romeo and Juliet, so that's the text we're going to be using to validate our analysis and thesis. So of course, the first step in doing this is to have a defensible analysis, which we already covered in class, so you guys are already champs at knowing how to do this. Now, a really important part of this lesson is knowing the difference between really good evidence and just okay, or in some cases, maybe bad evidence. So really good, strong evidence is going to be able to make your analysis ironclad. It's finding the best examples from the book and using them to your advantage. So strong evidence is going to validate your analysis. It's going to leave no room for arguing against you, which is what you really are looking for when you're writing a paper or finding your evidence. Now, on the other hand, weaker evidence is going to work against you when it comes to defending your position and analysis. So there's a really huge difference between working hard to find really good evidence to support you and finding just kind of okay evidence and trying to make it work. And your reader is definitely going to be able to tell the difference. They're going to see the amount of effort you put into it. They're going to see if you're finding really strong, really good evidence. They're going to see, oh, this is a really good argument, it's well supported and thought out. They really put a lot of effort into this, versus, oh, this argument is just kind of there. It's not really supported strongly, and they're going to be able to pick holes in your argument, which isn't what you want. So finding strong evidence is really important for that. And another super important part of this lesson is really hammering it into you guys that citing your evidence is super critical. Citing your evidence is for both you as the author, and it's important for your reader. So if you cite your evidence, you're not only making it easier on yourself because you're going to be able to go back and refer to your evidence super easily. You're going to be able to find it and see where it is in the text and how it supports your analysis. And here's a big one. It also saves you from legal trouble. Yes. So citing your evidence, whether it's from a text or articles or other books, other research you're doing, you need to be able to cite your evidence. Otherwise, you're in danger of being accused of plagiarism. And as you guys know, plagiarism is super bad. So plagiarism is when you are taking somebody else's work and trying to pass it off as your own, which is illegal, guys. So if you're not citing your evidence, you're going to be in danger of plagiarism, and there are really bad horror stories of people getting kicked out of college and losing their careers over plagiarism. So this is super important that you guys know how to cite your evidence correctly. So what I'm going to be showing you how to do is what we call in-text citations. So it's a little bit different from a works cited, which I'll show you guys how to do in a later lesson. So now what I'm going to do is show you guys what we did in class for our group activity. And I'm choosing to show you the group activity because I think this is the best way for you guys to really understand the lesson and get some practice yourself. So for this activity, we made posters. You don't have to make a poster on your own. Any other piece of paper is fine if you're at home doing this. Don't worry about making it a poster. So for our poster or assignment, we came up with one analysis from Romeo and Juliet. And then we found, by looking through the text and seeing which instances or examples really fit our analysis, we found 3 strong pieces of evidence. And over here we're going to cite them. After you find your evidence, you have to make sure to cite it. So, and then on a separate piece of paper, we made our justifications for these evidences. So what that means is we explained how this evidence is supportive of our analysis and how it's really strong. So right here is an example from class, if you can see. So right here we have our analysis, which is Romeo is an impulsive character who does not think through his actions. So that's a defensible analysis. It's a defensible position. And right below that, we have our 3 pieces of evidence. Okay. And right here is where I'm going to explain to you the in-text citation. So what you do for an in-text citation is you have your end quote right here, no period after it. Even if there's a period in the text, you're not going to put any punctuation here. And then you have your first parenthesis, and then the author's last name, in this case Shakespeare, and then the page number. What you can also do is after the page number, you can put the line numbers, because this is poetry, it has lines, but for this activity that's not really necessary. We'll go into more detail about that later when I'm teaching you guys a more thorough works cited. And then after that you have your end parenthesis and then your period. So, end quote, no punctuation, parenthesis, author last name, page number, end parenthesis, period. It's that simple. So, and this is going to really save you guys from any plagiarism or being in that kind of situation. And here on our separate piece of paper, we have our justifications. So as you can see, it's just a short paragraph, 4 to 6 sentences explaining your justification, validation, why you chose these 3 pieces of evidence. It's really important that you guys are able to articulate yourselves and explain why this evidence is so strong and why it supports your analysis. So, that was a brief overview of this lesson. Of course, if you guys have any questions or concerns, you are free to come by class whenever you want, and I will be more than happy to help you guys out. Thank you.